There, in this world, there are risk takers and there's people who are risk averse, and there's everybody in between. So the risk averse might be somebody, and I'm making this cartoonish. It's a little mocking. It's the person that says, "Oh, the air quality isn't bad," and they're thinking, "Ooh, should I be breathing the air? The air looks dangerous." So the risk averse, they're not just averse to risk at times. They can be, afraid of everything. Think of every single thing down to breathing is dangerous. So we're all on a spectrum. It's crazy how different we are. One of the things I want to point out when you're dealing with an addict is addicts seem to be risk takers. They seem to be people who chronically don't do what they're supposed to do and appear to get away with it. They don't help around the house. They've never scrubbed a toilet. They've never changed a diaper. They don't work. They don't clean, pick up anything. Things just get so horrendous that somebody else does it for them because the smell is so bad. They are negligent. I don't know. There's lots of words you can use. Some of you really, really know what I'm talking about because you're living with an epic pig. What I have learned is that everything matters, and gaming addiction proves it. It matters if you make your bed. It matters if you show up and help others. It matters if you go out and rake the leaves. There are people that'll tell you, why rake them? You'll just have to do it again. Let them blow into the neighbor's yard. Raking the leaves is the blessing. You just used your body, you exercised it, you maintained your muscle mass, you just blessed yourself. The fact that the lawn is clean, that's another point. So there's people that are risk takers that risk everything, their own health. They're they're seeing how much they can get away with. So this is just remember, we're all good, bad, and indifferent. We're born into this world with a certain personality, with certain things about us that need fixing, and we're at polar opposites. Quite often we see extremely risk-averse people partnering with people who are risk takers. You don't want to be balancing out that. You don't want to be on that teeter-totter. I'm not saying you shouldn't be in the relationship, just saying you should stay in your lane and not try to compensate for someone else's personality. Here we go. May 13th. I find it much easier to risk making decisions when I stop thinking about suffering the consequences and remember that I have the option to enjoy the consequences. Since coming to Al-Anon, I make my choices more conscientiously. I do whatever footwork seems appropriate and then turn the results over to God. The results are often quite favorable, even when they aren't. I can still celebrate the fact that I have done my part. For a long time, I avoided decisions because I was sure that there was some magical, quote, right choice that would get me what I wanted, yet I never seemed to know which choice that was. I waited until the last minute to decide and never felt good about my choices. Today, I know that choosing not to decide is to decide. It can be very liberating to make a decision. Once the choice is made, I can trust that the consequences will unfold as they should. With a slight change of attitude, perhaps I can await them with excitement and hope instead of fear and dread. Today's reminder. Today, I will have faith in my ability to act. When the time seems right, I will make the best choice I can and allow myself to enjoy the results. Here's the quote. Sometimes our enthusiasm for change depends on our willingness to take a chance on tomorrow by risking what we have today. And this is from Living with Sobriety. When I was reading this, I was thinking about cooking as a kid. I love to eat. I mean, homemade, I want the bread baked at home and whatever's, home cooking. That's what my grandmothers were both excellent cooks. And as I was learning to cook, the pie would be burnt in the pan and the this and the that, and things went wrong. And I realized at some point, oh, it's all like a science experiment. I don't really know what I'm doing. Let's see how the science experiment turns out. And so it made me uh, not risk averse, but realizing that if I wanted to eat well, if I wanted to become a good cook, I had to take risks along the way. I had to study and think about it and prepare, plan, and look hard at the results and go, what happened? What went wrong here? Oh, temperature not wrong. Oh, I forgot to add sugar, whatever it was. I had to embrace the whole process of learning. And in learning, we make a lot of mistakes. Same thing in our interactions with other people. Oh, that what I said didn't go over so well. What could I do differently? How can I say that better? Adjustments, reflection, prayer, et cetera, et cetera. But no condemnation. No condemnation. Like it's all process. And we're all just figuring, there's absolutely no perfection anywhere. It just doesn't exist in our human relationships. Are you willing to try? Are you willing to put in the effort? And keep trying and not throw in the towel. All right, that's what I've got for May 13th. Blessings on your day.